This week on Living with the Tide, we visit Queen Adelaide's Grotto, have a great sail to Foy and walk part of the coastal path.
Morning everyone. So today we're just going to have a bit of a chill day, I think. Matt's just taken Lancer ashore for a quick walk for his morning. I've got a video to put together because actually one thing to note about going to Yacht Haven is the internet coverage is rubbish. Their Wi-Fi isn't very good and the 4G is just hopeless. So we're going to try and get the video uploaded here today and then we're all sorted. So I think we're going to go for a long walk this afternoon with Lance and then it's just a case of chilling really. We might go for a swim depending on the weather, but this is a pretty sheltered anchorage. It's supposed to be force 5 gusting 6 today I think, but you won't be able to, you can just hear the door knocking. There's literally nothing at the minute, it's flat calm. We are a little bit rolly from it coming around the corner, but other than that, it's a perfect anchorage, so we're just gonna chill. Oh, and before I forget, last night we were woken up 2 times, maybe 3 times by Matt's anchor alarm. So he keeps forgetting to set it when we drop the anchor, so it's always a few metres out. So last night it kept going off, but actually that was because it kept losing signal. So if you're using that anchor, I don't know which one he's using, it just kept waking us up in the night because it kept losing signal and it was a bit of a nightmare. So this morning it did go off to say we're outside the circle, but that was more to do with Matt not putting it down in time. So yeah, hopefully it stops ringing in the middle of the night because yeah, you kind of get a bit scared when it's 2 in the morning and something's going off like air raid sirens. So there. Here they come. Lance has been for his morning poop. He's very happy. And he's fell in nearly.
I've returned from my walk ashore with the Goat. He was a good boy. Managed to walk a little bit of the southwestern coast. We're going to do more later. We're going to walk all the way around Rame Head. But we got back, as we were walking back, there's a load of calves and that, and I smelled bacon and egg sandwiches. So I was like, when I get back, I've got some bacon and egg, I'm going to have one. Get back and Paige is already on the job. Bless her. She is hard at work. Bless her.
Look how much water's come out of this bacon.
Fat, isn't it? Not water.
No,
it could be.
Watery stuff.
I'm not sure if you can hear her because, of course, I've got the mic on, so she's saying there's water coming out of the bacon, but it'll be fine. Making me a bacon egg sandwich. And, of course, somebody else is very adamant that he deserves a bacon egg sandwich with his little waggly tail. Hunter, what do you want? Do you want some bacon? She does look after me. Nice bacon and egg sandwich for a Sunday morning. And, of course, we've got an admirer here who would like his own bacon and egg. I'm sure I can save you a little bit. Hunter. With runny egg as well.
Lancer.
Mine. Oh, you drool him. Thanks for that, Lance. Right. Mine, go away. Right, I'm going ashore now to walk Lancer. We're going to go around Rame Head. So, literally where Constantia gets her, not her name from, but she is Constantia of Rame on her Part 1 registration. So, thought we might as well walk around. So that's what me and Lance are off to do. Or Paige, I think, is staying to do some, making a video, is it? Yeah, so she's going to be hard at work while me and Lance go for a wander. Going to take the cameras with us, though, get some pictures. He's looking, well, he was looking very excited, now he's not. Let me show you Lancer. You excited to go walkies? Walkies? Yeah? Looks confused. Yes, I know I'm sat here. He's wondering why I'm just sat down. That's me and Lance now on our walk. I didn't really film us getting ashore as the beach was very busy with dogs and kids throwing rocks in the water, which Lancer was very excited about. So we're now on the walk. We're just heading to Rame Head and then we'll go around. Hopefully we'll get some nice views over on the peninsula there. And Lancer seems very happy to be running about. Ooh, there's a tree that's fallen down there.
After a good walk, we reach Penlee Point, home to Queen Adelaide's Grotto. In the 18th century, the cave today that houses the grotto was used as a watch house. The stone archways were constructed within its walls and dedicated to Princess Adelaide after she visited in 1827, 4 years before she was crowned Queen Consort.
Made it to, I think it's Queen Annabella's Grotto, which is like a little brick medieval looking thing with a little cave behind me with, I don't know if you can see it, the universal language written on the back. But yeah, so we're just on the peninsula now. We've got a bit more to walk to get to Rame Head and we'll make our way there. Lance is currently admiring the view. What view are you looking at? Well, now you're not. Now you're just sniffing flowers or more weeds. Lance's view. That's just Plymouth over there. So we're getting closer to St Michael's Chapel. I'm not sure if you can see it on the little peninsula behind me there. But that's St Michael's Chapel, which is the end of the Rame National Trail. So I've gone from the Grotto to the chapel. So that's the walk here. It's been quite nice actually, really nice views and some nice weather. I'm not sure, it's because it's focused on me. I'll see if I turn it round in a bit. Might be able to cut that in. But there's some yachts on the Spinnaker, etc. They're the race that left yesterday when we were sailing into Cawsand. So they're now racing back. They must have gone to Foy or somewhere that way. So we're just here at St Michael's Chapel. So we've made it. So this is, I'm not sure if this point is Rame's Head or if the whole peninsula is Rame's Head. I'll try and clarify that for you. But that's St Michael's Chapel up there. And then behind me is back towards Plymouth. And then if we spin round again, sorry about that, and that is off to Land's End that way.
Like many hilltop churches, Rame Head Chapel was dedicated to St Michael the Archangel. The location high on the cliff made the chapel a perfect location for watching the western approaches to Plymouth Sound. The town of Plymouth paid for watchmen at Rame in 1486 and for a pair of watchmen to warn of the Spanish Armada in 1588. During World War I, an anti-submarine gun was erected near the chapel, and during World War II, a concrete gun emplacement was built, creating a strange contrast with the medieval stone building.
We made it up to St Michael's Chapel, that's it behind me. There's Land's End behind me over there, and we'll just swing round again. Whee! And there's Plymouth, well, the Plymouth, mouth of Plymouth over that way. So yeah, it's a nice, really nice view. I'm not sure how well you can hear me because it is a bit windy. I might go and film inside the chapel. Lance's excited. Does look like next to the chapel, this is more like World War II concrete. I think they might have put a gun emplacement here. And then you can see, I'm not sure you can see out that way, down there. See down there. Me and lads probably just go walk to the end there, have a nice little view, maybe get some pictures with the big camera. That's just inside the chapel. Lance is crying because he doesn't want to be in here, he wants to be outside sniffing. But just in case the sound didn't work outside, we're here at St Michael's Chapel on Rame's Head. We've made it up, there's some lovely views, and we're about to head a bit further around and then we'll head back to Cawsand, back to the boat. Lance wants to get back to walking, doesn't like this filming. That's just on the coastal path now, so just to my left it leads off round to Land's End, and on the right we're just going to go up the hill and then cut across the peninsula, so back across, pick up some footpaths, a bit of road walking, and then we'll be back at Cawsand. That's the plan. That's just walking down a Cawsand now. You might be able to see it in the distance. There are sheep in this field, so if anyone does walk this way and uses these footpaths to cut back, just beware, there may be sheep about. Not a big problem unless you've got a hunting dog who's decided, I'm not sure if you see him, he's locked on. He has been trained not to chase them, so he's more just watching them. Well, I'll keep on the lead, be responsible, and walk through. That's us just wandering back into Cawsand now. That's a good walk. Probably won't film us getting back on the tender, as the beach will probably be busy, and I'll have more time controlling Lancer. He's not a big fan of other dogs. But mainly, it's kids throwing rocks into the water. Gets him all excited because he wants to go join it. But yeah, we're back. And probably next time you see me, I'll be back on Constantia. That's Lancer wanting to get to the beach. Or back to the sea, sorry. No, Lancer, you'll wait. Just back at the tender. It's not so busy here, so... And I've managed to put Lancer on the tender's painter so he can't get away. And we're just going to go back to the boat now. Back to Constantia. And Lancer really wants to go to the water. That's me and Lancer now back at Constantia after our lovely walk. We managed to get all the way around the historic Rame Walk, I think it's called, something like that. I'm sure we'll we'll do some editing and posting a picture or something. Lance is now relaxing in the sun. I'm going to do the same, I think. And Paige is hard at work. What are you doing?
Editing video.
Oh, she's editing a video. Makes me seem like I don't do much. I guess I don't do much. Apart from look after the dog.
And me.
Oh, and look after Paige. I'll be cooking dinner later.
Matt just got back from his walk with Lancer, and then he's decided to go and get cake. It's my mum's birthday today, so this video will come out way after her birthday, so she won't know. I've ordered her a cake, and so Matt was like, oh, I really fancy a cake, so he's found the local bakery and he's off on a little adventure to go and get some more dessert. I look like crap in my little hobbit hole. Don't know what happened this morning, but I had vertigo so bad on deck. I sat up and the entire boat felt like it was shifting. I haven't had vertigo like that since we went diving in Guadalupe and we were on our ascent. So it's really made me feel a bit ick. We're not like rolling around or anything like that, so it's not like it's the sea. But all I can think is I went swimming yesterday, so maybe I got water in my ear. Or maybe it's just the fact that we haven't been on a boat for so long and my body's kind of adjusting to the balance. But either way, it's made me feel a bit poo. So, but maybe cake will make me feel better. So I'm editing videos while Matt's on a cake mission.
I've returned from my excursion ashore for pastries. I got 2 donuts, a brownie and a lemon and I can never say those nuts you like, pistachio
Ooh,
cake. 2 bottles of cider, fancy cider, and I brought Paige a treat. She likes Biscoff, so I got her a Biscoff spread. Sorry, Lance, I didn't have any dog treats. I know, just not fair, is it? I'm sure we can rustle you up something. Oh, look. Good. Chocolate. The old lemon.
That's really nice.
Getting it all in my beard though. Gonna be messy. Sorry, Lance, you can't have chocolate.
Lance is barking at the island trust because they're shouting as they heave their sails up. We're just getting ready to set off and go to Plymouth Yacht Haven. That's where Hemisphere are just going to make sure our rig's all good now that we've had a sail, so that the rig's all settled. Still barking at the island trust, so sorry. We don't have really any wind today. I think at the minute we're looking at the wind 5 knots, 4.8. So we're going to try and get some sailing done on the way back, and then it'll be a case of getting all shipshape and ready, because we should be setting off Wednesday to go. We're going to start making our way to the Falmouth Sea Shanty Festival, and then from there hopefully the Scilly Isles, and then to Scotland, and then probably the Orkneys and Shetland, if all goes to plan and weather allows. So we will take you along with us. That's us now leaving Cawsand. We're going to have to get the GoPro set up because it's not really possible for us to take the cameras and film by hand when I'm trying to do hand signals. Oh, look at my hair. Hang on a minute. Whoop. So we need to get the camera set up so you can see us leaving the anchorage. There is no wind. We've now got 1.6 knots of wind. So I think we're just going to motor sail there, put the old iron sail on. We've got the main up. One of our battens keeps getting stuck at the last point, so Matt has to keep going up. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. I'm sure Matt will figure something out. But yeah, we're just motoring now, and I'll show you. It's a really beautiful warm day, and we were the only ones left in that anchorage, which was nice. Lance isn't too impressed with me. I keep putting him in his life jacket. It's a different one. He used to have the Crew Saver one. Now he's in a red original, which does, I mean, he's laid funny, so it's a bit baggy at the minute, but it actually fits him better because he's a deep-chested breed, so I recommend, and he likes swimming in it, so that's all good.
Only problem about Lancer in his lovely life jacket is that now he's boiling in the sun. It's like a little thermal jacket for him. He already gets to up, bless him. We'll have to dunk him in on the way.
We've just got into Plymouth Yacht Haven. Matthew has just sneakily pushed away what he was doing, which was eating a tub of Biscoff spread out of the jar with a spoon.
It's nice. I like it.
We do need to do some shopping.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly because I haven't got any treats or anything, so I'm on to Biscoff spread. Is she making fun of you, Lance?
His teeth are out.
We're back in Plymouth Yacht Haven. I've just spoke with Hemisphere. They're going to come have a look at the rig later today, so make sure everything's running fine after we've shook it out a bit. Then tomorrow, my parents join us. So my mum and dad are coming to join us for the maiden voyage. They'll get here about 3 o'clock. Run it all through my head. 3 o'clock they'll get here. Weather looks quite okay tomorrow. We've got like strong winds tonight, but then it kind of calms down. See how they feel, but we'll either stay here tomorrow night or go to Cawsand. But then Wednesday I think we'll go back to Cawsand so they can just get used to being back on the boat. Do some walking with my mum because she likes to go. We'll go on a pilgrimage to St Michael's Chapel again. I'll take her on that route. I won't film it because you've probably seen it all already, so don't want to see that, but I'll take my mum and their dog. That's the other thing, we'll be joined by Penny, my mum's border terrier. Then we'll go to Foy, then Megabassy or Gorenhaven, then probably into Falmouth by the end of next week, or near the end of next week, ready for the Sea Shanty Festival. Then after that, we're trying to get to the Scilly Isles, so whenever the weather's good for that.
I'm not too sure where we left off yesterday, but we are in Plymouth Yacht Haven now. The reason that we didn't do any filming is because I was still really ill yesterday. I just kept getting vertigo every time I looked up, and I had an earache, so I'm assuming I got water or something in my ear. Touch wood, this morning things have stopped spinning. Through the night it was a bit bad, but we seem to be all right now. We've got some strong winds. I think it's like 4-7 at the minute. Not too bad because we're obviously in the marina, but you might be able to hear the wind whistling. We're just going to get the boat all shipshape and ready because Matt's parents are obviously coming today. They should be with us about 4 o'clock tonight, and then should be setting off tomorrow back to Cawsand, and then we'll be making our way to Foy, Megavassy, I think, as well. And then hopefully at some point we'll be getting to the Scilly Isles after the Falmouth Sea Shanty Festival. So that's the current plan.
It's currently breakfast time aboard. And Paige has already started work. I'm not sure you can see Paige. Oh, Lancer, of course, wants to show. He wants breakfast. He's had his breakfast, but now he's watching everyone else eat. And there's Paige, already hard at work. Hey, Paige.
Yep.
Morning, everyone. We're currently about to set off from Cawsand Bay. Unfortunately, Paige was quite ill. So, Wednesday... What day are we now? So Wednesday, Thursday, she was at A&E and stuff with an ear infection thing. So now that's all sorted. We then came out of Cawsand Thursday afternoon. We didn't film any of that. So we're in Cawsand at the moment. And now we're setting off from Cawsand to Foy. So it should be about 4 to 5 hours. And we're looking at a probably force 4 to force 5. So going to be a bit choppy, but nothing too bad. We'll see what it's like when we get out there. So Cawsand all the way to Foy. We've made it to Foy Harbour, so that was an interesting sail. It was a bit more choppy than we were anticipating. We had one at least go down with seasickness, but that was it. We got into Foy. The sail was fine. It was force 4, gusting 5 for most of the day, but it's been like that for a while, so there's quite a bit of fetch. So it was a bit choppy out there. We got into Foy quite easily, quite nicely. We did have some heavy rain just before we got here. Now we are sat on one of the visitor pontoons, which are floating pontoons, so they're not connected to land. All pontoons are floating pontoons, sorry, but it's not connected to land, so they're like really fancy mooring buoys, I guess, is one way of putting it. But yeah, it's a floating pontoon not connected to land, so we're just on that now. They do have mooring buoys here, they're the blue ones. We're on pontoon 4. And we're about to go ashore for some tea and cake because I'm hungry.
I know that Matt just gave everyone an update, but I thought I'd just show my face. So it's been a bit of a rough shakedown sail for us, but Constantia did really well. There's a few differences between her and Nova. She sails really nicely. It was just us getting used to how this rig all works. And obviously testing Matt's seacocks, make sure that as they were getting slammed through the waves, they weren't going to break. But we also saw dolphin. I think I tried to film them, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I got them on camera. I did get them on my phone, so worst case, I'll insert the crappy footage from my phone. But we did see dolphin, and they're always such a joy to see at sea. I love it. But now we're in Foy. The weather's not too great. Matt, his parents, and Lancer and Penny have gone across to have a coffee. But unfortunately, because I've been in the hospital and we've been sailing, I need to get some work done because I am behind at the minute and I don't like being behind. So it's Friday, hopefully we can have a nice chill this weekend, and then it's on to the Sea Shanty Festival, so hopefully that's a nicer sail because it was very, very bouncy today, but it wasn't too bad. I think Sue got a bit seasick, but other than that, it was actually a pretty nice day. It was just the Atlantic rollers kind of killed us a little bit, but the wind was pretty nice and we had lots of sun.
So we've had a bit of an accident today. I took us ashore, me and my mother ashore to walk the dogs. So Lancer and Penny were with us. And unfortunately, we seemed to have hit a rock and we tore a hole in the tender. So it quickly deflated. And now, so I had to get Paige to get the repair kit out because I didn't take it with me. Luckily, the harbour patrol were going by, so I shouted them over and they came and collected the repair kit and brought it back to me. Now I have to do a proper repair because that goes back. Now I've stripped that old repair off, that bodge job because it was giving up, and now I'm going to properly repair it. And just to let you know, my mum did want me to tell you all how I got us all stranded on a beach. So she's laughing about that. Says make sure everyone knows that I stranded her on a beach. Lancer on the other hand couldn't care less because he was just playing in the water. Getting windy and cold again.
Is Curran just using his spatchy spatch to scratchy scratch?
It's got little claws.
It's got little claws, he says.
Literally.
You rough up the surface. Now he's taking out his patch and he's gonna rough up that. I'm having to narrate because he hasn't got the mic on. Next, he has some. What is that you've got?
It's the adhesive.
Now we've got adhesive.
PVC adhesive.
PVC adhesive. You could probably hear him actually. Now back to the spatchy spatch. All of this is a little bit of a pain because now obviously we're in Foy on these floating pontoons, so in order for us to get ashore with Lancer, Penny, or to do anything, we have to get the little water taxi, which is £7 each for a return fare to just get across to the water. So it is quite expensive when you got to go across multiple times in the day, but it is what it is. If you just need to go across single fare, I think it's £4 each, but if you need to get back to your boat, which most of us do, £7 each. So we're trying to limit how many times we go ashore, really. Matthew is just sticking his patch on, so I'll show you that.
Put the first coat of PVC adhesive on. It then says to wait 5 minutes and put like another coat on and then stick them together. Ooh, getting a bit rocky here. So that's what we're waiting for now. I'm about to put the next coat on and then I'll stick them together. Then it says to try and apply some weight to it so that it like binds. I'm not sure I'm going to do that because it's a fun, like a rounded shape, etc. Of course, when it's not pumped up, there's no. So that's the next challenge. So I've just thrown the tender back in the water. It all seems to be staying inflated, so that's good. And now we are just getting ready to go walk the dogs ashore. We're going on a walk across to, is it Pulruin? Pulruin? I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it or what. I might be getting it wrong as I normally do. But yesterday we walked around Foy and up to the castle that overlooks the entrance. this time we're doing the other side of the river and walking around to look at that castle and some other bits. So it should be a nice walk. With tired feet and paws, we headed back to Constantia. So we're back at the boat, and now I am just adjusting. What we found was when we were, now I've just brought it through the one car, it still wasn't coming back far enough to get the leech quite right on the jib. So what I'm doing is just seeing if I can move them. So I'm undoing the divider. So you've got this car that freely runs, and this car is controlled by this line. So you can pull it back, and of course when it's got tension on it, it gets pushed back that way. So it moves, but it can only get to there, as you can see. So what I found, well, you can see, if you undo this, you can actually move this back and forth. So what I've been doing is I've moved the up to about here, and we'll lock it back in. Which now means that's the one for the staysail back here, which is probably about right, as the staysail's only a small sail. And now the one for the actual jib can now come all the way up here, like so. And hopefully that will now give us the angle we need for this cot of sail to get the leech nice and tight and a good shape. We'll find out tomorrow when we go sailing, and Lancer wants to try and get to treats. Join us next time as we explore hidden coves and sail our way up to the Falmouth Sea Shanty Festival.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that, please leave a comment below and like the video.
If you want to stay up to date, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.